Hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, it is I, Lance. On a Saturday again. I think this is the second week in a row where I've randomly streamed on a Saturday. How are you all doing? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. Welcome on to Nocturne, Len, Gororo, everyone else. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. I don't know why I'm here. I mean, I know why I'm here. I know exactly why I'm here. I was doing Apocalyptic Shadow a few days ago, maybe yesterday. No, it wasn't yesterday. I was streaming yesterday. Oh, it might have been yesterday actually. Yes. But I didn't do it. I didn't finish it. I got 2 stars on this one by very little, and I hate it because there's only 1 day left, and I'm not gonna be home tomorrow to potentially reattempt this. So I might just do these 2 later off stream or something. I don't know. I also have a birthday party to attend to later, so I won't be cutting stream short. But I will be cutting stream at least at like 9. I don't think we have to go all the way over to 9, but I don't know. It is a Lance, so start a stream at a weird time. Exactly. This is burp. Sorry. This is the Lance that started stream on a weird date. But I did say that I might start a stream, that I might do a stream on Saturday because I needed to finish the story. Because next week, if you are unaware, next week we have on Friday. It's already determined what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be playing a game or several games. I'm still unsure. For the Latin American Games Showcase. So the Creator Fest of the Latin American Games Showcase. And so I wanted to have 2 Silksong streams in the week because otherwise I will be playing Silksong until December, and I'd rather that not be the case. So we're doing that. And if I didn't finish the story today, then I would have had to finish it on Monday, and then that means less Silksong. And so I want to do Silksong on Monday and then on Wednesday. And then on Friday, we can check out cool Latin American games or a game. I still haven't figured out. They haven't given us the keys yet, so I am still unsure if I can only pick 1 game or if I can pick several games. I don't know. I'll figure it out in the coming days, I suppose. I don't even know which games are featured. I think I know some of the games that are featured, but I don't know all the games that are featured. But yeah. We'll figure it out. Hello, hello, Quartz. Welcome on in. Hello. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. Today, we do one thing and one thing only, and that is finish the gosh darn story for 3.6 because we landed last time we played. We got to the point where what's his face? Dan Hung gets oh, what the fuck? Golden light can destroy the world pieces through the sky, the sacred tree and the mountains. Looking from where you are, you see that the light behind that scar burns bright. Finan is still fighting against the destruction. Hyacillins and casters remain on watch, guarding the path that led us here. Only by moving forward can we honor the efforts of all Chryso's heirs. So I can't go backwards. I can't go backwards from here. Is that what it is? Oh well, I mean, not that I wanted to, anyways. This is a cool little spot. I will tell you what. Looks cool as hell. And I think it's very fitting that I have Finan in my team here. Also, another thing that I haven't done since, strangely enough, I think I just forgot to do so, is I didn't even build Evernight. We could have been using Evernight at this point. I just forgot to do so, but we're not doing it now. We're not doing it now because we're fighting Evernight. I am not sure how long we have till the end of the story. I think some comment I read said that it's like there's like 2 to 3 hours left. In which case that'd be sick because it gives me ample time to do this. But last we left off, Dan Hung inherited the powers of the Earth Titan, Terravox, and or Georius was it? I don't remember. He inherited the powers of the Earth Titan, and now has opened up a way for us to go find Evernight, who was hidden away. Also, Dan Hung got super fucking cool and did a cool little animated short thing to showcase how he rescued the Trailblazer. So yay! Hooray for that. The Trailblazer's back with Dan Hung, and we can go fight the villain, which apparently is Evernight now. Be forewarned, I might not be speaking as much today because my throat is kind of strangely irritated. It's still like I'm doing good. Don't mind me. If I wasn't in good conditions, I wouldn't be streaming. But my throat is a bit sore, a bit irritated. Probably because of the weather. It's thundering outside. Well, it's just raining. It's raining very, very badly outside. There's the thunder. I don't know if you could hear it. But yeah, that tends to do weird, funky shit to my throat and all that kind of stuff. So forgive me if I don't read aloud old things and stuff, or if I seem overly quiet for a while. I hear it in the distance. Yeah, it's quite loud. It's gotten very loud. I was lucky that it wasn't raining in the morning when I was able to sneak out and do a little bit of a deep cleaning of my computer. There were some fucking cobwebs in there. It had been so long since I had fucking dusted this computer. It is embarrassing. So please, if you own a computer, clean your computer. Open it up every like 6 months or so and clean it up. I feel like I haven't cleaned mine in like a year, and that's not good. That's not good. Made me sick last week. Oh damn. I've been avoiding it quite well until now, it seems. As far as happening this week here, every third person I know is sick. It might just be a season. It might just be a seasonal thing. Here in Argentina, we're entering into spring. Spring started on the 21st, and so maybe the shifting weather did something there. But in some other parts of the world, I assume they're going into summer or that kind of stuff, right? Well, not summer, winter maybe. Yeah, in the US, y'all should be going into fucking winter, right? I'm pretty sure that's no, not winter yet. Winter would be near December. Y'all are going into fall, maybe? I don't know. I actually don't know. Like actively don't know. It might be fall, I think. I don't know. But either way, stay safe, y'all. Stay safe. Don't do anything rash. Into fall. Okay. I had a fever until yesterday. Ah, damn. Well, I hope you're good now. I had some yeah. I took a pill earlier today. Paracetamol, as we call it here. You might know it as the commercial name of Tylenol. But it's not Tylenol. We don't have Tylenol here. We just call it like the name of the drug, which is paracetamol. So yeah, autumn. Yeah, autumn or fall. Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, everything is fine. I'm doing good. If things go awry, maybe I won't stream on Monday, and it is what it is. Oh well. Where were we? My ocean currents will guard your arrival, and my songs will accompany your journey ahead. I return victorious. I'll throw a bonfire feast for you. She would like that. Go find your companion and see your journey through. The ocean at the boundaries of this world. Let me play a song for you beneath the glow of fire. Hey, that's cool. At the end of the sea of flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips, and then after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation. Damn. But I thought Lady Trina's prophecy was wrong. Y'all don't have memories of the previous loops, don't you? In the new world, the sea of flowers will surely bloom. Did you hear that? Did you hear that one? That one's another big one. My own path has finally come to a gentle end. March! Oh my god, we're going to fight March, don't worry. We're marching forward to fight March. Or some form of March. I was sort of able to avoid spoilers, but I did quickly go to my For You page randomly when I was bored one of these days. and I spotted like the beginnings of a cutscene, and I was like, ah, I'm leaving. So I was still able to retain my I was still able to stay relatively spoiler free, so we're good. That's an 8. I'm kidding, it's Amphoria's, but it looks like an 8 when it's vertical like that. Why is it vertical like that? No, it's an 8 then, Hung. I've never seen it anyway. This is true. This is... I don't think we've seen a representation of Amphoria's like this. Wouldn't world enclosed within the scepter have a way of knowing what it looks like from outer space? Oh, that's fucking right. The people inside Amphoria's should have no idea that it's a fucking infinity symbol. What? Someone saw the mural and shaped the world in its image? This place where Evernight is hiding must be a blind spot to the experiment. Could that be? Well, I guess it makes sense, then. If Evernight truly infiltrated the system, this might straight up be a place that is... like, away from his influence. Did his creation go out of control again? I'm willing to bet it's dangerous. I'm willing to bet it's dangerous. I'm eating something, by the way, so forgive me. It is undetectable to Sandar, and Finon only opened the entrance. I need to open this chest that's right next to you, buddy. And you're bothering me with this cutscene. Cannot be reached by addition or just erased by the destruction. I mean, it has to be, right? Like, if... like, Xandar or Lygus has made it very clear that, oh my god, Big Thunder coming in a bit. I saw a lightning flash. Oh. You heard that? that one was big. Oh, another chest. That one feels like you should have been able to hear it, because I think I saw it, and I think I saw it get picked up by the microphone in the levels. And what the hell? What? Huh? I can't switch. Oh. Oh, I realized. Okay, well, I won't be switching expressions today. At least not. I thought I connected my... What the heck? Oh, I guess I was missing that one. Wait, give me a sec. Hold on. I got it. Hold on. No, forget it. Forget it. I forgot to connect my MIDI controller to my PC when I rewired it. Hold on, I have a better idea then. No, that'll be forever. That'll take a while. Unless I... No. Nah, leave it be. Leave it be. I'm noticing that it's already doing some audio shenanigans. That might have been the cause of the issue yesterday, actually. Yeah. The way that it used to work, the way that I used to hook up my MIDI controller was that I would hook it up to the front of my PC, but at some point I changed it so that I hooked it to the back of my PC. But that might be what's causing interference, because I was trying to, I don't know if you noticed, but stream was lagging, the audio was cutting off, and my model was freezing a little bit. That's because I think the connection to the microphone was getting messed up there. So that might have been what was wrong yesterday. Okay, I'll figure that out later. But today, I guess we can't switch expressions unless I manually go in here and I change it. We back? Are we back? I can't tell. I can't tell if we're back. Hello? Twitch chat. We back? We back. Okay. That was the, what is the thing that cuts off the electricity of your house in a thunderstorm? the switch, the electrical switch. I don't know what to call it. That one that went off, which I guess is good. It protects electronics. So yay for that. It still is quite bad outside. So knock on wood. Let's say. Well, I really want to keep going. I don't want to, especially since I literally started stream 20 minutes ago. Fuse box. Yeah, the fuse box. Yeah, I forgot to send messages on Twitch chat. I sent a message on YouTube chat to explain what was up, and then it came back. So I was just immediately went to set back up. Okay, so where the heck were we? Whirlpool of remembrance, bottomless and unfathomable. Behind the mist must be Evernight's domain. Oh, what the heck? Aw, dang it. And ads are about to happen. Hold on, let me snooze them for a bit, though. Let's go. For March 7th. It's the fuse box. Yeah, that's what went off. It's a good thing, though. Like, I still hear thunder raring outside, but... we'll see. Oh my god, Black Swan. We're going to Black Swan's POV. By the way, I switched to the... I took advantage of the fact that everything turned off. So that I plugged my MIDI controller up to the front of my PC again. Honestly, it might straight up be better. So, we'll see. Uh-oh. Last we saw these two, they were... well, Black Swan was interviewing... was looking for... Black Swan was went into the path space, I believe, to figure out what the heck was going on in Amphorias and where March could have been, and found all of the memo keepers and everything. Also, welcome on in, Hamster. I don't think I welcomed you in. Welcome. Yeah, and then she was like, well, if I get to survive my encounter with her, that is, and then Evernight showed up, and then we switched POVs. The Evernight is... Am I back? What the fuck was that? Huh? I did nothing there. Damn, does the world not want me to stream today? I'll end stream if you don't want me to. What the fuck? Oh my god. What is up with today? Nothing happened. I didn't even touch the mic. I swear I didn't. It just like died. I'm gonna stay away from it now.
Skip it about and that up.
Well, thank you, Jimmy. That is very useful. Actually, I hadn't even tested Jimmy throughout this entire shebang. It's good to know that he's coming out of the microphone now. At least that is working. Okay, where were we? Right, I am the garden's enemy. I have never denied that fact. Well, Black Swan, by doing this, is also kind of posing herself to be an enemy. She certainly got a unique way of protecting people. This is willing to talk. Yeah, I would imagine she's giving you a chance because she realizes that what she's doing, what you're doing now, is against the garden's own rules. But you don't? Maybe I still have a chance. Nope, you don't have a chance, huh? Damn. Least you could do is answer some of my questions. They won't kill off Black Swan. So you can buy more time and send a message to your companions. At this point, I don't think she would call any more memo keepers. She would maybe help out, ask for Welt and the Express's help and all that, you know. Yeah, I thought you were already watching my companions' every move. Earth steerings have ceased. They defeated Terravox and are heading here as we speak. Okay, you are aware. I've been thinking that this was part of her plan. Oh, it isn't. Okay. Even I might miss something, but I know how to adapt to the circumstances. Your longing for memories remains pure, unlike those memo snatchers. Well, she isn't one. She isn't one. She seems to be like a legit member of the memo keepers in the sense of she truly stands for their ideals and isn't twisted by any of this that's going on in Amphorius. You've yet to be tainted by the garden's dark side. Ooh. Here's a good question. Why don't we take a stroll together? The Colonel in the language of erudition, but I give it a friendlier name. The Colonel, like a computer. The heart of Amphorius. Great tomb of the Nameless Titan. Nameless Titan. What? We will steer up the waves of oblivion and douse an aeon's ambition. Again with oblivion. To douse an aeon's ambition. Are we straight up? Are we straight up fucking creating a new path in here? Oh, ads are about to happen on Twitch, damn it. Or we just walked was the beginning of March 7th's journey in Amphorius. How? Yes. 3 entities compared. I thought it was 3 paths straight up. Oh no, they did say they weren't mere path striders, and they weren't mere path striders, and they weren't the Aeons themselves. Xandar, Iron Tomb, and oh. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm actually back. I think. I don't know anymore. I am tired. I can't. It's been 30 minutes. It's just been 30 minutes and I've been interrupted 4 times. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Where were we? Right. At least it was during ad break on Twitch. At least there's that. Oh well. Where were we? There have been no signs of the entity corresponding to the remembrance. Right. The nameless titan, it is related to the third entity that was responsible for Amphoria's entanglements with the paths. Ligas, I imagine, represents erudition. Iron Tomb represents destruction, and then we don't know who is the one representing remembrance. Center spent an unimaginably long time chiseling out a tiny channel to peek into this world. Huh. When March 7th's consciousness was seized, it was a ripple of the remembrance that protected her and sent her in here. Was March herself part of Amphorius' history? No, that wouldn't make any sense. Or would it? This hypothetical emanator of remembrance was consistently protecting this world from the Gardener's eyes until the Astral Express arrived. But why? Huh? Well, this has to be it then, right? March is somewhat implicit in the history of Amphorius. Is that what it is? Because, again, she was born as a fragment of Foley's celestial body. Journey 1,000 miles to meet. That's like a Hololive song. She seems to be stuck. Black Swan, don't ask stupid questions. Scepter, something. I think this is Phi. Yeah. Formatting? No, don't format March. Illegal operations. It just repeated the previous line. It's just censored. Oh, I'm just confused at this point. Authorized? That's the traveler's name, trailblazer's name. Huh? She's barely spent any time in Amphorius since she's already famous. Wait, this is true. She came in before us. Wait, that's Irene's voice. Big Thunder. Another interruption, but that was a short one. Oh, now it's working perfectly. Encapsulate? Huh? Recurrence! Is this part of the... Is this part of Cyrene and Firenon's recurrence? Eternal recurrence system? Already lying in the abyss of fate next time she woke up, and Oryx was calling her mother. Huh? Oryx was referring to March. Maybe that's just how the Titan calls all remembers Pathstriders, like how they call Fuli Skyfather. Do they now? I forgot that small little detail. March 7th had already brushed against the inner workings of this world at the beginning of her journey. The warning on her memories must have been the Scepter Safety Protocol. Why did I mention Trailblazer? Yeah. Protocol didn't kill March 7, instead it threw her deep into extrapolations. For this 97 days, I feel like the fact that it's 97 days is important. I don't know. I can't tell why, but I don't know. The two of us trailblazed and out through Amphorius as mimetic entities, as she evaded the administrator's pursuit, the erudition. No one could see March 7. She didn't belong to Amphorius' memories. She could only watch this world from the sidelines like a transparent shadow. After 97 days, and when Ligus found them. But it was at that point that the way, yeah, if I recall correctly, when Evernight awoke, basically, or rather, when March gave her power to Evernight, that is what opened up the spot so that the Trailblazer and then Hung could get into Amphorius. I erased everything using the power of Oblivion. Can you explain what Oblivion is? I protected, yeah. They were spared from the Memory Snatcher's clutches when they broke through the seal. Manipulating time, colluding with Earth, all the way until now. Story that remembers has just begun? Huh? In a blank space of time, another futile journey across 30 million lifetimes was forgotten by this. Ah, don't switch POVs now, you piece of shit. I think I have an idea as to what that other journey is. That's Cyrene's own journey. Because Cyrene was still, like, it's not that Cyrene didn't do anything. It's not that Cyrene didn't do anything while Finon was going through the Eternal Recurrence. No, Cyrene was taking care of the fucking... of the loop itself. So I imagine what's behind this door is the truth behind that. The Eternal Recurrence. What's behind the door? Can't sense anything, and that could be a trap. Okay, I'm ready. Is it because, saw it in the Exomyth too? We're in the right place. It's doing the same thing it did to March back then. Oh, that is Cyrene. Huh? It sounds so familiar. The first time I've opened this, I've written... Wait, it had this look? I didn't even remember it looking like this. Kevin, I didn't take that book. Let's try using it. Ooh. Didn't think this book would have a use here. Of course it does. It's the place that recorded all the memories of Amphorius. Or I imagine the Eternal Recurrence. What the hell is that? That's Irene. I kind of do. What the hell are you doing in here? This is the first time I have met you. What? I'm still confused. Looks like it'll also be the last. She's not talking to us. She's not the mem. No, that's a memory. Yeah. I imagine this is the first Cyrene who began the whole process. Isn't it? The ripples of past reverie. But who is she talking to? The Cyrene of every book of every loop, maybe? Won't just be Cyrene's memories alone. And is the formatting thing formatting the current Cyrene's memory? I don't know. I think. Helcolithist Sage, my Damas, and the King's Aegis, Anaxa with a K. What? Anaxa? Well, this Cyrene's from the past to that a long time ago. It's not the history we know. She should have died at the beginning of every recurrence. So why is she here? And who is she talking to? I think this is the effects. I think this is the effects of whatever Cyrene did with her time authority to allow the infinite recurrence to work. That is the current one. That is world bearing? No. Why? As I've written, it's definitely connected with this great tomb. Did it say recurrence? Also proves the previous hypothesis that this place is outside of Amphorius' cycles. Right. Right. That is why this is unrelated to. Right. So, okay, so is the... Okay, I think I get it. The third entity that represents remembrance is Cyrene herself. It was born within Amphorius itself. It was simulated from Amphorius's interpretations of what remembrance would be like. Because like every Chrysos heir kind of represents like a simulation of the real paths that exists in the real world. And so remembrance, I think, maybe, I don't know. That is my current theory, I guess. And this space right here is the space that allows the remembrance's powers to affect Amphorius itself, to allow for the eternal recurrence to occur. 12 chapters correspond to 12 demigods, yes. Nameless record access match these runes. Let's try linking them first. The puzzle. Collect the Titan runes projected by the tomb device and the space to proceed. Some Titan runes need to be viewed from specific angles before... This is another thing that someone noticed. The minute we found out that March had made it into Amphorius before the Traveler, the fact that they kept using March for the tutorials all of a sudden made sense because she's been in Amphorius before, and so therefore she could have seen all of these things before us. Okay, so much like that one, we have to line up the other ones. Okay. Hubris 504. Well, I can't move through there. 30 million departures, 30 million shatterings. Fate betrayed tributes, but she was never betrayed by humanity. Haplotus? I should close the window outside. I think I'll do it by the next ad break. Perform a miracle. Oh, what the fuck am I looking at? That's probably not something that matters. What on earth? I'm stuck. Why don't we leave some pages for the heroes instead? I'm not that familiar with the story of time. No, I don't think you know how how unfamiliar I am with everything. I believe there. Valia. Scopeo. These are all the names of these are like the code names of the Chrysos hairs. I think you can read these names in As I've Written. Like straight up, like if you go here, I think in As I've Written, not in here, but in here, there's a section here. Nakos, Philia, Orexis, Epikeia, Schema, yeah, Hubris. Hubris is Ceridra. Aporia is Hysilence. Polmas is Strife. Kalos is Romance, so that's a Galea. Philia is Cyrene, and Nakos is Finon. That's what it was. What the hell? Notch in the terminal. Just the right size for the book? The book? It has a lot of... I'm sorry I didn't claim all of the previous batches' histories. I didn't read them yet. Sorry about that. But I assure you, they're there. They just are on a perpetual state of unread by me. It's a data terminal that has been modified by the remembrance. I don't like Serene was reading a story, but she was actually carrying out a data transfer. Who's on the receiving end? The entity deep within this tomb. Original Cyrene. It has to be, right? This book is a key. The big Cyrene, the one that becomes playable. That one is the one that... It has to be, right? She could have never known the truth regarding the scepter, so where did she get this key? From beyond this world? Like the remembrance? But like... Cyrene once encountered a certain Aeon. Yeah. The god behind Ornyx that appeared in a dream. It was Fuli. Was she gazed by Fuli? That Aeon also appeared when you encountered Mem. Her role they played in the forest, but Cyrene accidentally stepped onto the path of remembrance. Her sacrifice wasn't just for resetting the cycle. Interesting. If she was gazed by Fuli, then that almost certainly confirms her kind of becoming an emanator, doesn't she? Similar to how Finon became essentially an emanator of destruction through the cycles of Amphorius. The scene we just saw will replay many more times. Don't make me replay the whole thing. Don't make me replay the whole thing again. You must have learned that doing... Oh god. Oh god. Why is that spinning? Chest. I like that I am opening these chests, because otherwise I won't be opening them on my own. Where the hell are we? This was all within a tree, wasn't it, by the way? What the hell? Countless storage arrays. Does it even rival the cyber prison of Inub? I don't know what any of that is, but I trust you. Sure. I mean, yeah, this is very futuristic. You could, I mean, Evernight called it the kernel. I can see that being the case. Why does Alicia end up looking like this after a few thousand years? It's always so on time, never late. Just trying to remind me how precious time is. So a little nymph on my way here was falling on a wheat stalk and it glowed under the sunlight. Forgot all my pains at that moment and just stared at it in a trance. Did every Cyrene in the past feel that the nymph was beautiful? They have also recorded that scene into the Eternal Saga. I can't tell if this is still the very first Cyrene or What? More memories for the future? There she goes. No, no, I think that's another Cyrene. Neon appearing in her dreams, three paths intertwining in Euphoria's the garden trying to infiltrate this world at all costs. Folia's gaze once swept over this world before the scepter completely fell into the destruction. Okay. And that Cyrene basked in that divine gaze. They knew what was going on, yet they allowed the destruction to thrive? I don't know if the Remembers can do much. Remembers has always been observer of the universe. Yeah. But the garden knew nothing about her. But they knew about something going on here. Holy was never known to be friendly with humanity. According to Black Swan, the garden is internally fractured, and there's a party that craves the memory of an Aeon's fall. It would do anything to achieve that goal. Was that just conjecture on her end, or on her part, or? Those memo snatchers didn't try to stop us at all. Instead, it feels like they were trying to cover something up. Would basking in an Aeon's gaze turn someone into an emanator? Not really. Not directly. Most of the time, a gaze is simply a natural phenomenon, though some Pathstriders regard it as a supreme honor. An emanator, however, must possess power granted by an Aeon's blessing. It's different. That theoretical emanator remembers remains a mystery, but now I'm leaning towards the idea that what the garden's mirror reflected was kind of a miracle that fully left behind. So Cyrene's 30 million sacrifices are recorded in here. Fully sits in meditation in the Anastra of a pure land, spreading the seeds of the remembrance across the universe, and when the cosmos ends, all the different realms will be reborn in their garden. Yeah, I remember looking that up a few streams ago. The sealed off world is also within their gaze, and it's not too big of a stretch to surmise that they need a mechanism to save these incredible amounts of memories and store them somewhere out of the Erudition's sight. That was the time Titan and their demigod, but after Amphoria's entered an endless loop, Cyrene kind of did that, and remember, Savridin became the medium. Yeah, and then what happened to the Time's authority every loop then? Time is the page on which that Aeon, fully the remembrance, records Amphoria's. If it fades from existence and all that it records is lost among the stars, that Aeon will surely direct their gaze here. Big Thunder coming in a bit. It will be a glance that spans time and space, transforming each incarnation of me into the power you wield to reset time. Yeah. Yeah, she said as much. Ceremonial Blade killed, quote-unquote, Cyrene at the start of every occurrence, and at the end of every journey, Cyrene's soul took the extrapolated memories stored within the blade and buried them in this great tomb. These are the memories of Amphoria's transcended the loop and were able to continuously be stored, while the scepter had to revert its progress over and over again because of loss in logic. Whoa. Their gaze never left. As long as I record every page of the story and tell it to you, Amphoria's won't be forgotten. Holy shit. Cyrene encountered Aeon's gaze and regarded them as the hope to continue her world. Oh. She insisted on keeping her human form and offering the memories through reading a story. It would have been the only way for her to maintain herself, a sense of humanity and all. We will witness those memories. These are the runes on these floors. The encryption key from early should be used here. There are 3 keys in total. We're 1/3 of the way through. Oh god. There's more puzzles? City of Embers. What the fuck? Like a little key that opened the door in your heart. I think it's funny. I think I was watching Nor on stream. I want to say yesterday. They were playing Honkai Impact. They were playing Honkai Star Rail, and I think they were exploring this area, but I didn't even pay attention as to where this was. It was a place I hadn't seen before. I didn't realize I hadn't seen this before. Starting raining really strongly again. Give me a second, I'm gonna close the window. It does not stop. It's starting to worry me that it doesn't stop. Oh god. It's time to say goodbye again. Before I was even aware of it, this book had already recorded too many emotions. Every page has become so heavy. I have started to feel uneasy whenever I take it into my hands. Where did the very first ripples want these memories to be sent to? Faithfully fulfills its duty activating and formatting. Faith that the flame chase in every cycle. If I can only write the same ending every time I lift my pen, then this weighty saga is just an overly naive dream. Error? Are you encouraging me? Who is she speaking to? I bet you're actually speaking to the original Sireni. That is my thought. Shall we continue? Yeah. She started to wonder whether everything was futile. Yeah, but she didn't give in. There was a memory, there was a process error in this memory. Didn't sound like praying to a god at all. She was talking to someone, something. A hero within that wouldn't explain the process error. Sirene's storytelling is just a data stream for the scepter. As long as she kept tossing drift bottles into the distance, someone was bound to pick one up someday. We're basically doing what Sirene had done every previous loop. Is that it? Oh, we have to do it. We have to do the thing again. Looking for someone to give her a real hug. Oh, that did happen in the patch where she came out. Oh wow. Are you gonna make me do this for every single gosh darn path? Every single Chrysos here? Because there's like 12 of those. I thought you had moved on. I thought Hoyo had moved on from making repetitive puzzles and all that kind of stuff. Are you seriously gonna make me do this 9 times? Or 12? We'll need it here. What the heck? Okay. That's trickery, isn't it? Orexis. How many do we have left? I think... Wait, hold on. Break this so I can be faster. Can you hear the rain? Even the rain has gotten loud now. Holy shit. Am I gonna have to fight this one? Denied access. Memories about strife are always so defiant and resistant. Fight is unavoidable. Okay, well, at least there's something else. Wait, hold on. Let me change this to the Herta team. It'll do better. Believe it is this one. No. That one. There we go. Did not mean to do that. That was a misinput. Misinput. Dude, the rain is so loud. I'm supposed to leave the house in a bit. That does not bode well for me. Because it'll be raining very heavily while I'm going there, and I don't want that to happen. Yeah, no, do this. Or I should have done that. I should have done skill, that way I could heal. It's fine. Tis fine. It's fine because I could just do it here instead. There we go. That heals. Bada-bada-bum. Bada-bada-bum. And then you get to do your double attack, which is gonna kill him. Yay! That's how we get the Core Flame of Strife in here. Elios as well? Branch 2 archiving? I guess we have to go through the third branch then, huh? That should be the last. Because they did said... Because Denhung did say we were a third of the way there. Dude, this place is very impressive. All very cool. Put that in there. Could all the memories we've encountered on the way be Everknight's traps? She still hasn't shown herself. This is very suspicious. She said she was using us, basically. Or rather, this wasn't in her plans, but she said she was gonna go with it. Very ballsy of her to allow so many things that aren't in her original plans. Okay. How many do we have left? I imagine, well, it is 9 in theory, but Time and Earth and probably Time, Earth, and I don't know. Yeah. We still have one more left. Glittering crystals are a beautiful world I've never seen before. If I'll tell you all the stories of tomorrow, I'll be able to finally be welcome to deliver an Euphorious' dawn in the next life. The ocean. Yeah, it has to be the last one. I mean, it is the last one for sure. But who are we still missing from the collection of stuff? Of Kratos hairs that are native to Euphorious. Not counting Everknight, not counting Denhung. Not counting the Trailblazer, technically. Oh, great. Now there's water sounds in here. No memories here. Shut up. I'm not catching that. Oh, great. I imagine we still need... Hycelins. I don't know who the other two... Do we get a pony at some point? A pony, not a Ponia. That's a Honkai Impact character. Oh, I see. Tribby? Did we not get Tribby? The saga comes to an end. Everything is deathly silent, just like this very moment. Another cycle of new beginnings and another familiar reunion. Why is I in quotations? Trying to find as many different memories as possible, hoping to bring some change to this unchanging destiny and find the way out of this maze. Oh, another error. They need to feel sorry for me. If there are no new blank spaces, how can the saga continue? I'm actually really lucky, you know? During the long years I've spent waiting for the deliverer, I've had you here as an audience. You once existed, sparkled under the sun. See through your eyes that they are still shining bright. Are you just speaking to, like, the eye of the system thing there? Of the next Cyrene to continue our watch. Yeah. Cyrene was always there during the 30 million recurrences. She recorded the flame chase journey in her own way, on the reverse side of this world, depositing all the memories in this place. Her audience and compassion isn't some figurative entity. You thought it was? My guy. What, you thought she was just talking to herself out of craziness? I'm willing to bet it's the original Cyrene. Or something, I don't know. Maybe not, maybe it hasn't necessarily, you know... maybe she hasn't necessarily stayed in, what was I saying? Oh, did we never get an AXA? Oh, okay. What was I saying? I forgot. Dang it. Maybe she never... Okay, maybe she didn't stay in her, you know, in the form that we see her. But, I'm still willing to bet... Still willing to bet it's Cyrene. She just uploaded herself into this to become kind of data or something like that. And when we collect all of these, she will become whole again. Maybe. I don't know. Romance. Hold on. Aw, dang it, I wanted the chest. I wanted the chest. I know there's a chest back there. I just want that. My man. I think Jimmy also wanted the chest based on that assertion. I am unsure. I don't know. Okay, hold on. Give me that. Thank you. Okay. Okay, the last one was actually very quick to get. So you know what? That's good. That's good. They kind of did. as soon as I saw that, oh god, we're gonna have to do this 3 times. They made the second one a bit longer, but then the third one was very quick. I don't know if it absolutely needed to be like this. I guess it needed to be like that for it to narratively make sense. So I don't know. It has more weight when you have to go through all this. Could be a bit slow, but maybe they could have instead had like, I don't know, chose to do all this in like one big long cutscene. Not necessarily long, but one big cutscene that like skipped a lot of the puzzle solving, if you will. We're supposed to go this way. We're not exploring right now. We're not going the other direction. I'll come back here some other time. Ah, god damn. I forget to have coffee with me. This would have that would have made the entire journey a little bit more bearable. It wasn't unbearable. It was just kind of long. What now? Someone once told the very first me that everything was false. That only the life in Euphorius was a great catastrophe. That the only life in Euphorius was a great catastrophe nurtured using the world as a factor. Could a dream feel so real? That's why we didn't agree with them. My good friend. For the 33,500,000... Yeah, this is the one before we arrived. Won't just be Cyrene's memories alone. There's already an error. Like a ceremonial conclusion, ending every cycle's narration with a full stop. Then there will be a new me returning here with new memories. The place we built together is no longer a dream that Cyrene alone indulged in. It was now a saga composed by you, me, and the Flame Chasers. Weak but endless player for tomorrow. It was never weak. It was very strong. It just took a while for it to serve any purpose. There'll come a day when someone turns over this nearly eternal page, awakens all dust-covered memories so they can be recalled by the world in a more beautiful form. Oh god. Oh god, why all the dead Cyrenes? Was that was that necessary? Shall welcome my own decay, becoming nourishment for the next flower's bud. Protecting this garden of memories. That's the deliverer right there. We're supposed to be the deliverer now. Stories will be lying silently among the flowers like every ripple of remembrance. They shall become the epic known as have written. I think as have written is not a great name, but it works. Yeah, just like we witnessed Fine on Eternal Recurrence Journey, we've now witnessed Cyrenes. We shall put an end to this endless waiting. Very first Ripple cheered up her friend like this before she set off. A sentence full of beginnings, of blessings. What is it? Cheer up a bit? Okay, come on. It has to. The one that we're talking to has to have been the original Cyrene. Big Thunder again. We can reunite in your memories the way I want. Oh. Oh, this is cool. I'll be waiting for you in the past. Did I hear Elysion or something there? The Demiurge Matrix! That's what fucking... That's what Anaxa discovered. Dude, this music is so good. Dude. That was such a cool sequence. There's more Dead Elysias in here. What the hell? Why? Oh, you can interact with them. Countless deaths within the cycle have endowed this place with an even greater, more sacred meaning. Since you've already come here, surely won't let her resolve be in vain. I will not. That listener lies beyond this door. Yeah, no shit, Dan Hung. Give me Elysia. I mean, Cyrene. But she did say Elysion, didn't she? I think she didn't say Elysia, but she said Elysion in the voice line over there. I can't go back to it because it's not a, you know, it's not a, it wasn't a normal cutscene. It was just said in the open world. The unknown solitary god. Hi, Evernight. Hello, Evernight. Oh, this beep beep. That scared me for a second. The car came in a bit earlier already. Dude, this is a grimy image. I don't like this at all. All the dead Elysias. This looks cool. This place looks really fucking cool. And Evernight standing in there is so menacing. Those who are lost remain lost. Those who have met will meet again. Deepest place in this world is exactly the ideal location for the Trailblazer to reunite. But not like this, right? You're not the one we want to reunite with exactly. Herta's very pretty, yes. It is kind of unfitting that I'm running around with Herta in here, but she is very pretty. I feel like if she wasn't hampered by so many outside factors, she would figure out what the fuck is going on in Euphoria's very easily. Tell us everything you know. Always been honest. Stop acting like you are, March. I hate that. Why don't we lay aside our differences and take a moment together to mourn for the cruel truth? What do you mean by that? You must be curious as to where the final Titan is located, right? Do you not know? Cold, empty void. What's behind that? Macaulay fought gods just because I like her. So yeah, true. That's what they like. That's what we like to call ludonarrative dissonance. Cyrene was deceived? What? Fully planted a false hope in her heart. Euphoria still had a chance. Are you sure about this? Somehow I doubt this. Walked into the Great Tomb over and over again and willingly offered herself to the remembrance. Why did they do that then? You really think they would just save this crumbling world in the way Cyrene was praying for? In this game between gods, the remembrance just to stand with the destruction? Are you sure about that, or are you just making an assumption here? Yeah, clearly you have something against the garden. So of course you would think that the remembrance is the enemy in here. Aren't those Memo Snatchers' activities enough evidence? They did everything they could. But like, the Memo Snatchers don't represent the will of the Aeon. The Aeon exists outside of the people that follow them. It wasn't just to obtain some fanciful memories. Let me tell you the real reason. Iron Tomb is a perfect arc. If a seed can be planted within, the moment the Lord Ravager blows the erudition to pieces, the remembrance will be spread to every corner of the cosmos. That masterless path will be equally split within the two Aeons, and fully will devour the erudition. Is that how that would work? The war among Aeons started long ago. Yeah, I think it was Lygus that came to that same conclusion. Fully did not glance this way to save Euphorius. They will drain this world dry and turn it into a most moist. Sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. No, don't turn Euphorius moist. Okay, where were we? They will drain this world dry and turn it into a most poignant and tragic poem. That girl's sacrifice won't be wasted. I will give her another possibility. I would recreate the cause and effect of this world and form a flawless Euphorius. How? Oh, this is interesting that they're choosing the word flawless. If I recall correctly, Honkai Impact 3rd also used the word flawless to refer to the Flame Chasers at the end of the Elysian Realm arc over there. Because I think one of the last chapters or something was called To the Flawless. Burn it with a raging fire until nothing... What? Plan to destroy all the memories Irene recorded? And what'll that do? I'll set fire to all the stories, all the emotion, all the futility, and turn the garden's conspiracy to dust. But this is you assuming that this is the garden's plan. Rain's back to being super strong, by the way. I thought it had stopped a little bit because I hadn't heard it in a bit, but no, it's still there. Enough to completely annihilate the scepter's operating logic. Iron Tomb will lose the soil upon which it grows, and Euphorius will truly be set free. That freedom is no different from destruction. Everything this world ever was will disappear from the extrapolations, never to be regained. That would include your memories as well. What? Oh my god, you have a beautiful Dharmakaya. Fits me very much. What the fuck? You want to take over Black Swan's body? Your true form is a bottomless obsession. This avatar is but a shadow cast by the candlelight. Discarding it invokes no feelings within me. What I must preserve is only my wish to kill the path of remembrance. March 7th will not find peace as long as they and their fanatical henchmen exist. You still think that this is all to protect March? What the fuck? I will personally plant myself into your heart, and once I've calmed down Lisa and Hung, I will head into reality and find the true you. Yeah, her true form isn't here. Genie is his mirror trick and a protective mechanism of the erudition. Is that right? Yeah, she used the mirror to get in here. Do make things a little difficult, but the nameless are already outside the door. The plan is about to encounter a few mishaps. Ha. I don't think you have the right idea for a plan, my girl. Also, hi Tracy, welcome on in. Oh, you feel like a bot. I'm sorry if you aren't, but you feel like one. Give March 7th back. The hero's journey in this world is just a narrative embellished with memories. Its essence is nothing but a string of zeros and ones. For your own sake, and for the sake of March 7th, I think my choice is a very reasonable one. I don't know, something about the name Tracy draws 01. I don't know. Doesn't spark the most confidence. And also your profile picture, from what little I can see here, looks like the classic GFX bot profile picture. That's all. Just fall asleep and we'll save the cosmos. Na 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 na. Yeah, I think I have a very twisted idea of what's going on in here. Really can't get along with people like you. Anything interesting happened to you lately? Not much. Not that I can think of, at least. Oh shit, cutscene. What the fuck is that thing? Oh, boss fight, I guess. A new life is to be born, its seed has to be dead. Isn't this the thing we need the shield for? Oh, dude, did I bring the correct team for this? Lingsha will receive 3 instances of iron. I feel like I should have come here with Finon instead. Okay, well, we'll find out about this. I want to speed this up. I'm sorry. Oh, dude, this music kind of slaps. What the heck? It's got like a weird bow 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 bow. The good thing about this team is that it's quite sturdy, thanks to Lingsha. And both Herta and Anaxa are very good damage dealers. So it gives me slightly more confidence than simply using Finon, as strong as Finon tends to be. Why Never mind. That's not good. Hold on. We'll try this with the Finon team instead. Oh, Sparkle was targeted. I see. Okay. Okay, this is a problem slightly because not so much of a problem. I feel like I'm doing better with. Give me all the skill points, please. I need them. I couldn't start this with techniques, so I have to use as much as I can. And I'd rather not have... I'd rather not have him die. So here. I should have attacked the others. That's fine. Okay, don't do that yet. We can do this, this, and then there we go. Okay. Sparkle locked on? Well, I'm sorry, Sparkle's gone. Because I don't know if he did a Summoner Evac or Member Sprite. I don't know what any of that was. Oh, you heard quite a bit. Come on, do it. Keep doing it. Oh, well, you can't do much. Now that's better. I like that you bring in some more friends. That gives me more points. That gives me more stacks for the counter. Yeah, bring more. Bring more of them in. Yeah, 69%, baby. Oh, this is way better. Yeah. Look at that. Can you attack? No. Okay, that's fine though, because yeah. Yeah. First defense, what does that do? What the fuck? Is this a weekly boss? It feels like it is a weekly boss, isn't it? Okay, I have one more attack, so it's fine. I can wait at it. I can wait it. So that way I do this. And do a lot more damage on the way out. Ooh, that's good. Oh, you're locked in now. True, that's right. Okay. We may be able to go back to the Finon ult, honestly, to end this fight. We will be able to go back to the Finon ult to end the fight. Might not be necessary, but actually, you know what? No, it will be, because he's about to do an attack. So this should end it. Yeah. Yeah, it was a good choice to go with that team. Return March 7 to us and end this pointless conflict. How long are you gonna stand there and watch? I need some time to deal with this unnecessary trouble. The encryption key is already invalid? What do you mean? I'm not here to play games. It's difficult for you to treat the cryospheres as extrapolated data. And why don't we assume for now that they're living, breathing humans? The cosmos will face an unprecedented... Okay, you're pulling this card on me? Are you pulling the card of, is it worth it to sacrifice a small group of people to save the life of... to save all of humanity? Companions who've weathered every storm with you, they fought with everything that they've got and obtained a 1% chance of victory. Should you choose that 1%, there'll be massive sacrifices no matter the outcome. The oblivion will burn away all traces of their existence as well as your entire memory of this trip, but it'll also halt the brewing catastrophe and spare the universe from destruction. Yeah, I've heard this experiment before. Come on now. Such an outdated theme, not worth discussing. Don't try to trick me with that trolley problem. This choice is meaningless and unimportant. The only interesting thing is the number of people... What the fuck did you do? The answer doesn't matter. Let me see. Is this trailblaze spirit truly as unified as you claim it to be? Oh. Hi, Mem. Or Cyrene, I guess. How'd you make it here? Little pink memo sprite. What weapons do you have to stand against me besides your somewhat witty words? Charm and eloquence. What? I love what she did. She did like a chant before she could realize what was happening. I love that little move. I love that little move. It's so simple yet works so well. She tricked her into thinking she was monologuing, and instead was she was chanting something, so she quickly finished it off. Those are the March jellyfish. Those are the remains of the real March. We don't have time for endless chatter. Oh, thank God. No holds barred. Awesome move. Take the shot. Take it for her? March! March is also here. Do we switch to March POV now? No, Sunday! A light cone made from someone's memories. There's a harmony entwined within it. Someone's been busy behind my back. There's the real March! Naive me. No, you mean that as a compliment. But as for the word naive, I think I'll give you that one back. We are in 80s Elysia. Truly, we're not into some other place that we've repurposed to be 80s Elysia. Oh my god, now you're playing mind tricks on the one who was playing mind tricks in the first place? The pink-haired character reunion. But with just you and that Harmony's little birdie, not bride. Thinking you could trap me. That's a bit of a stretch. So tell me, what role did you play in all this? I don't really think that this other me would be this strong. At least when it comes to brains, I still got the edge. My brilliant plan, but you never saw it coming. What did you do? You didn't give away your full power, didn't you? Yeah, then this last split second when we switched bodies, with your last flicker of consciousness, you hid yourself, your empty spirit within that Titan's veil. Yeah, it seems pretty obvious to me back then as well. A promise is a promise for them. They never go back on their word. Wait, was she traveling with us the whole time? Perfect catalyst for memories. When I hear Lisa press the shutter, even if it's just a teeny bit of my consciousness left, I'd whoosh right into the camera. Aww. So that means that the pictures we were taking weren't for nothing. She promised me to take photos. She did. Aww, that's so nice. Aww. Amateur skills aren't enough to keep someone like you contained, but if March 7th were here, that could be a different story. There's no way for you to ignore her, right? Oh, great. Oh, great, the microphone disconnected randomly again. At least it was short this time. Lay it on me then. After going such a long detour, what exactly do you want to do now? In a way, you did protect them. That's true. In a way, thanks to Evernight, it is that all of this is kind of possible because she kind of paved the way for Trailblazer and Dan Hong to make it to Emphorius. But she kind of has gone too far at this point. Got to make you change your mind. There is something that truly puzzles me. How did you find yourself again after giving up all your memories and becoming an empty soul? Huh. I have been dozing inside the camera all along. She was in the camera. So when she told Cyrene in this cycle about her interstellar travels, those memories of journeying with the Express entered my mind as well. May still be far from the complete March 7th, but these memories were more than enough to fight you. You know what led up to this and what followed, right? Let's hear why you're so confident you can sway me. Even through a camera lens, I know that the love, hate, and struggles that happened in the forest were the same as what real living people experience. It seems pretty much the same, huh? No matter how much of a simulation Euphorius is, for a long time it didn't seem like one. I already got Lisa to make a choice. Ways on each side of the scale are far too unequal. When destruction looms, trying to preserve everything only means sacrificing everything. Have you ever really thought about it? What right do we really have to make choices for others? If the cosmos were nothing more than a bigger Okima ruled by a so-called imperator, maybe then she'd have the right to weigh both sides and decide for us all. But we're just a bunch of nameless. Even with everyone calling her deliverer, Lisa hasn't forgotten that the meaning of Trailblaze is to explore, understand, establish, and connect. It's about walking alongside every world within it. True. Just choosing to discard an entire planet and its memories just because it can help. It goes completely against the Trailblaze. It was to work with them. Don't guilt trip me with stuff like necessary track sacrifices. The Express Crew is immune to these baseless accusations. If Herta wanted to, she could have whipped out her imaginary weapon any time and blasted the scepter to bits. Even she understands. The lives of a few nameless are nothing compared to a Lord Ravager's potential threat. But that's not what she did. You wouldn't have liked it either, would you? You've got a fatal flaw. A weakness in the shape of me. Still kept your promise to me. That only means the sole motivation behind everything you do was just so I can keep traveling. Ha! She's got you. She's got you locked. She never was naive. She never was. March was always someone that, not necessarily the smartest tool in the shed, but March was always someone who, you know, knows what's going on. She was never dumb. I don't know why would anybody want I don't know why anybody would want to paint her as being dumb. She's just not like as insanely smart as Dan Hung, for example. What? An empty spirit. And it has March's little expression in here. This thing actually counts as my body right now. Its memories are all drawn from the camera's photos, from my journey of trailblazing. Is the music glitching, I think? While I was awake, you were always sleeping, so talking about this probably doesn't feel real to you. So why don't I walk you through these memories all over again? Oh, these are memories of literally everything since the beginning of the game. When you need them most, the forces that have once changed your soul are guaranteed to appear again. Look at that. The night before warping to the Luofu. Damn. Going back. We're here to celebrate for Lisa tonight. Don't be such a buzzkill. I am practically a Trailblaze expert. Stick with me and you'll be just fine. I wonder how many adventures they went to before the Trailblazer arrived. Or just how many Trailblaze expeditions March had under her belt. To be fair, that was just before. That was just after Belobog, and Belobog was a bit of a mess. Went to a lot of places before. Capital of Passion, Calcis, Taikion. Okay, thank you for answering literally the exact question I had just a few minutes ago. You're just a bit of a mess right now. I'll tidy up later and give you the grand tour. Oh, nice. Raw Geomero, Supreme Guardian medals. Forgot about paper books. Even holographic projections were ancient relics there. True, Belobog is quite behind in terms of technological advancements. Much people record their lives with pen and paper. I finally understood why some still cherish writing journals. Deep emotions buried in human hearts can only be awakened through such seemingly thankless actions. Camera can only capture fleeting moments like the remembrance, but stitching those memories into a story, you gotta use your own hands. You gotta trailblaze a path. Just taking photos isn't enough. They need a place to be displayed. Oh, is that the book that is this the book that she handed there? Little notebook is a memento of our first trailblaze together with Lise. That's why it only has pictures starting from Bellabog. Oh, right. They were supposed to go to Penacony, but they were instead interrupted and went to the Shenso. If I'm ever too busy to get off at a stop, the camera's gonna be in your hands. It's true. Never thought I'd actually miss out, and after just 2 stops too. Aww. Just to keep up with Lisa and Dan Hung. By hiding in the camera? In a way, yeah. You're still witnessing everything. That might have been a joke, but it came true this time. Couldn't complain when they talk total nonsense and watching Lisa snap a terrible photo. The important thing is that she tried. Till where we are now. Together with them, I got to know this beautiful yet dying world. Explore! Understand, I met new companions. Established, inherited everyone's determination, carried forward to the future they fought for. So my destiny becomes one with this world's connect. Rewriting the predestined tragic ending and returning to the true starry skies. That seems to be the end goal for Amphorius, huh? Turning it into a real planet? Return to the real skies? To this hero's journey called Amphorius, the unprecedented trailblaze. Previous recurrence. Sometime before the campaign against Aquila. Ah, so such foolish thoughts there. It was not coming to an end. Oh, are we skipping this one? When did you take this? Wasn't the storage card full? Aww. She even took pictures in her phone after the memory was full. Aww. Using the travel journal shall be mainly focused on documenting local customs and culture. It's like she was there with us. Titan lurking behind the mist. Motion blur from your shaking. Oh, I do remember taking a picture of Ornyx. Yeah. Did you hear something? Oh. She definitely had plenty of great ideas. She sure as hell had, probably. Discussing for hours. It was just like they were arguing about which game to play, how to sneak midnight snacks from the dining car without Pom-Pom noticing. Aww. No one knows about my forgotten past, but no one holds it against me. That's because we can't go to the past and make better choices. But at least we can do better in the future. Aww. I have to go pee, by the way. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. Jimmy, you're in charge once again. Do your thing. Hold on. Do your thing, Jimmy.
This is the best thing I've ever seen.
I think you said the same thing last time. What the fuck? Okay, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. One way to ruin the moment, I guess. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Also, hi, Selma. Welcome on in. I hope you're having a wonderful day.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say no to that.
What was? Hello, I'm back. What happened? what happened? What did Jimmy say? Quick fix because I have enough on a Jimmy grinding, I suppose. Point gathering. Yeah. You heard Jimmy. That's what did he say? Oh no! What did he say this time? I hate leaving him in charge. Last time, well, I don't hate leaving him in charge. But last time, he also did something silly like that. But I don't think anybody was like upset. He didn't want me to grind point. Oh god dang it! That kid, that damn kid. That damn kid, he never friggin' learns. He never learns how to friggin' manners. I just called him, he said no. Well, I'll have a stern talking to. I'm a sub. Yeah, you are subscribed. I think. I don't know if that was because you got gifted or you yourself. I think you yourself renewed. I think that's what it was. Yeah. Congratulations. You are a subscriber. That means that you gain more points, actually, which is cool. Huh? I still remember the day when you first put on these clothes and looked in the mirror. All this is over, I hope the mirror can still reflect those same eyes. She's coming to understand her inner sides. Aww. You don't even trust. You don't even trust the... Wait, what? You don't even trust the you reflected in the mirror, and if you keep trying to shoulder everything for me, then it'll actually end up as a wallflower, waiting forever for my turn. I am but this bow. What? Aww. That's sweet. I have your memories, and you have always been the me that I wanted the world to see. So it kind of runs against the plan if you just take over her, huh? Was hearing those words from you makes me feel super satisfied. Have appealed to your emotions as first reasoning with logic. Could you help us out here? Okay, do you have any plans? What's with the nameless titan? You've been so fixated on your target, you probably haven't even realized that a massive variable has emerged in Enforius in this cycle. What? I'll only offer the life of one demigod. She did do that. I thought she offered it up so that... I'm gonna string a bunch of a nice little gifting, but the bow needs fixing. Oh. Oh, you have to. Oh, you're working on something. Okay, I get now. I get it. Well, good luck with that. Good luck with your work on your bow, I suppose. I thought that the rule she added was to allow Hyacinth to live a bit longer. Not Hyacinth. Hycelins. One rule to the final Aranova at the cost of her life. That's how she can ensure Amphorius doesn't become a sacrifice in the cosmic conflict. Even if this world has to exist in the form of Iron Tube, it'll stand on its own among the stars, just as she wanted. Did Ceridra made it so that Amphorius can actually exist in the real world? What does she want to do? If any anomaly occurs during the Aranova process, all foreign elements will be eliminated immediately, whether it's the Remembrance or the Trailblaze, and the 12 Coreflings will complete the final Aranova through the purest form of destruction. So it's a final fail-safe. I see. But you have already sensed that the Remembrance was plotting in the shadows. So she was against the destruction. Wait, what? Okay. You managed to fool everyone. There's no way she could have known your plan. Modifying this law was just a precaution to prevent the Astral Express and the geniuses from betraying Amphorius after her downfall. I guess so, huh? It was a final failsafe so that if there was any shenanigans afoot after she was gone, Amphorius would still prevail, even if it meant becoming, fully awakening Iron Tomb. Yeah, if you insist on doing, yeah, you didn't know about this, and therefore, if you keep going with your plan, it won't work. They will all merge with the scepter and become a victim of the destruction. Oh shit, that is not what you want, isn't it? So you were doing all of this for nothing, basically. How do you feel about that? You knew all along? I imagine Cyrene told. Even if my inner world is nothing but an Evernight. I get how thick the brick wall is. I'm gonna keep running at it full speed until I get through. Honestly, that's a good mindset to have. It prepares you against failure. I love that. It's the lesson I learned from playing Dark Souls and Souls-like games. No matter how hard that wall is, that boss you can't beat, you're still gonna keep trying because you know that eventually it'll crack. And eventually you'll get through it. That's like a good life message. Fail, but you keep trying and you keep trying and you eventually will succeed. So hell yeah. Love to see that. It's crazy that a fucking Dark Souls game gave me that lesson, huh? My journey's destination lies amongst the stars. Among us? No. But Liza Hill will be bright enough to illuminate my past. To fail again. And then you get up and try again. Like that one song. I get knocked out, but I get up again. You're never gonna take me down. I get knocked out, but I get up again. You're never gonna kick me down. I get knocked down. Geniuses of our generation. Among us. Was that close to the sound bit? I need to open the window. Hold on a sec. It's gotten too hot in here. Sus, no. Thank you for your coddling. It sounded familiar, didn't it? Huh? But please trust me and leave it to me. Both my past and that obsessive oblivion will help me become an even stronger than Lisa and Dan Hong. Aww. I still want to know what this oblivion is all about. Like, why does she keep bringing it up? Like, it better be a fucking path or something, because it feels weird. Interesting. And so she gets it. At the end of the day, she is still part of March. So yeah. Just two sides reflected by the same mirror, aren't we? Yep. And that one memo keeper did imply that she wanted to kill her other sisters as well, implying that there are other Marches out there, maybe, or that exist within March herself, that haven't awoken yet. We bid farewell to our division and become one. Aww, our memories will only grow more beautiful. Many thanks, Sunday. We should trust them, yeah. We can't let our guard down. Let's go find them. Are we close to finishing this? It feels like we are, but like, I can't tell. Matrix and Unholy Blood. Unusually quiet. No, not the other 29 marches. Oh god, imagine. One for every day of the month. She seems content. Or is she just March? Wait, no, this is great. It does feel wrap-up-ish. It does. Especially if this is just March that is now occupying the same, you know, space as Evernight. Peak cutscene here? Oh god, and her 11 brothers and sisters. Imagine. Her eyes. Look at her eyes. If her eyes aren't red, that means that's March, baby. She looks like she's gotten a little bit of a buff. No, she's got like black and red eyes. March is back. Oh, oh, she's crying. Oh, oh, look at her. Evernight, she's gone. She has returned to the slumber in the Evernight. Aw, this is gorgeous art, by the way. This right here, this is beautiful. All of Euphoria's was worth it for this very moment. No, don't ruin the moment, Jimmy. No, I refuse.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
Oh, now that kind of just sounded like you were hitting on her. That kind of just sounded like you were hitting on her. Not gonna lie. Get out of here, Jimmy. We're having an emotional moment, I mean. You protected us. I was gonna sneak up from behind you when you weren't looking. Back off, Jimmy. We're having an emotional moment. She's reuniting with her friends. Sorry, March Hattie, you won't understand. She would be down to some silliness. That is true. Aww. What took you so long to find me? Aww. But we were here first. Aww. You're lucky my emotions aren't that easily swayed. Kinda. I mean, they are. I do feel a little, just a tiny bit of welling up. Not yet. No. You won't get me. You won't get me unless you throw fucking, I don't know, final lesson again. Trailblaze journey wouldn't be complete without you. Not only trailblaze into the future together and save the world, we will return to the Express together and head towards our next destination. Aww. Whoa, this is kind of sus. Twitch, don't mock me for this. A new life is to be born. Its seed has to be dead. When you bid farewell to your past and are born from the six-faced eyes, have you thought about the version of yourself you want to see in the mirror? I have no intention of making choices for you. You've already decided on your next destination. So let me exercise oblivion one last time. Wipe the name Pure Child of Anasrava from your mind? I have a question. I have a question. You can see the reflection of clearly one March in here, another in here, another in here. That's Cyrene. This is straight up Cyrene. That's not March. March doesn't have this hairstyle. March doesn't have this thing on her hair. That's Cyrene. Wipe the name pure child of Anasrava. Isn't Anasrava the thing? I am an obsession whose purpose is to protect you. The only memories I have are yours. Or it was like a failsafe in case something happened. It seemed like it truly seemed like it was like a failsafe in case the worst happens to March. If anything, just to keep her existing. In the worst possible case scenario. The only thing I can be sure of, the Garden of Recollection is your enemy. That seemed obvious. That seemed... Listen, I've been wary of the Garden of Recollection since the very first time they started meddling with things. Path of Remembrance is far more than what people observe on its surface. I will not allow you to become this broken conspiracy's next sacrifice. If you ever need me again, feel free to awaken my power, and when the time comes, don't hesitate to devour or burn away anything that stands in your way. Now that's a power-up if I ever heard one. Hell yeah, she's got the power of Evernight now. Trailblaze through the darkness in my stead, as always. It was the Enigmata! Motherfucker! It was the Enigmata! People were talking about this. People were talking about this, how like certain imagery within March kind of harkens back to the Enigmata within Evernight, ever since she was like revealed. Holy fuck. Enigmata, or the Oblivion, or the Enigmata shall keep watch over your past, veiled in the hush of the Evernight, silent and serene. Chronocognitive anchor readings. They pulled it off. They got the first genius, and then they put the garden in its place. Maybe the last of it. May not be the last of its kind, but it's certainly the first of its kind. Well, but what happens now? We're not done yet. No. We'll be facing the Lord Ravager as they break free from their shell. The backdoor screw you set up in their Nova system can only get you as far as breaching the core of the scepter, nothing more. As for those nastier malware programs lurking inside Iron Tomb's belly, let's deal with them as they come. How is Mr. Screwlum's preparations coming along? The Screwheads at the Imperial Advisory Council need to understand what the concept of war means first. Worst case scenario would be them having already dismantled the fortress in Screw's recollection while he was away. Hyacinth? What? Okay. Okay, this is hilarious, by the way. Welt is aware that Screwlum has a fleet of mechs. Of course Welt would know. He is a fucking nerd. He loves mechs. I'd rather none of them show up and let my space station save some face. Oh hey, you're back. Memory of this decisive battle is bound to be absolutely magnificent, isn't it? You do? Shanzhou Alliance has replied and they are willing to offer what modest support they can in the campaign against Iron Tomb. Hell yeah! Everything is coming together. So yeah, this definitely seems ending for this patch and setting up the final fight in the next one. The Alliance, not just the Luofu. This is really good news. With this, our odds of victory just went up another notch. Whether this is good news or bad remains to be seen. What do you mean? Something has happened that even General Jing Yuan couldn't understand. What? Amphorius' causality has vanished from the matrix of Brescian's ultimate. Isn't that the thing that they used to see the future? The instant in Noel's calculations is drawing closer to this world. What? The night has faded away, and what I have created I will destroy. The starry sky will return to freedom and chaos just as it was in the beginning. But from where I stand, it seems you've run out of options. When the Deliverer and her companions fully uncover the secret of the 13th Titan, That is the moment your schemes will come to ruin. We kind of have already. Granted access to all records concerning the demiurge as per your request. You'll never admit your own mistakes. Are you saying that you worked? Another thunderstrike there. Are you saying that you fucking figured out a way to work in the fucking... Before I erase you completely, allow me to reveal the truth to you. If only as a courtesy to final thinker. Demiurge never existed? What do you mean by that? Then where did the nameless Titan's tomb come from? It only houses the remains of what once was. A sage from the grove once conducted an experiment. He took a chimera embryo, removed its head before maturity, and continuously stimulated its body to make the chimera believe it still had a brain, then nurtured it into an ichor vessel. This chimera regrew its skull, but it was completely hollow inside, and had reserved a space for a brain it never possessed. What kind of allegory are you painting here? Experiment was over, the sage had assumed this shell would perish once the stimulation ceased. Unfortunately, he was wrong. The chimera's body ceased the sage's head. I'm too dumb to understand. The 13th Titan never existed, but the Scepter must believe that the Titan exists. I killed that Titan with my own hands. That life form called Demiurge was excluded from the extrapolations from the very beginning. This is the only way to make Iron Tomb complete. Iron Tomb is a headless giant, and to become whole, instinct will drive it to seize another head. That would be the erudition. Yeah, it looks like that up here, huh? Your Titan, the heir of erudition. So you were afraid after all. Afraid of history repeating itself, or losing control over your creation yet again. You had to resort to turning it into a mere puppet. Shall shackle God with my own hands. Feels like you regret making one thing and now you're trying to fix your mistake. You regret that your creation kind of turned the whole world into something you don't like it being. Tolling of Doomsday Bell, after 13 heartbeats, my first and final thesis shall converge at the end of the universe. So I buried the demiurge in a corner of my memory. The answer wasn't about fear. Simply forgot. What? Wait. So you don't know? What do you mean you forgot? You created a false god, but Euphorius has long since ridden a deicide into its fate. Final era nova is at hand. Why don't you wait and see? Deliverer, myself, and this world will together prove that the original Nospore, the ultimate truth of the universe, is anything but destruction. There is even a 1 in 10,000 chance of your conjecture is correct. In the name of a genius, I shall most certainly witness its failure. I think her, the color of her eyes has changed now. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate. But this time, it'll be the final flame chase journey. The epic with endless cycles is about to end. Extrapolations of the erudition, core flames of destruction, the textures of the remembrance, the three paths converge once again at the world's end. And the Trailblaze will write a new beginning for this world. Why does it... This line right here just feels like a whole summary of the entire plot of Honkai Star Rail. It almost feels like this is foreshadowing for what the full story of Honkai Impact, of Honkai Star Rail will be. The Trailblaze will write a new beginning for this world. It feels like it is. It feels like it reminds me of in One Piece. It reminds me of a Skypiea, which is an arc that, in its at its surface, it seems as if it's disconnected from almost every other arc. But given the newest reveals in the story that happened like literally within the last year or so, every event within Skypiea felt like a small microcosm of what the greater story of One Piece was going to be. It is a I wouldn't know. I don't know if it's a common trope. At the end of the day, it's just foreshadowing. So I guess you would call it kind of a trope. But it feels like that's what they're doing here. I don't know if that's what they are. It feels like I'm like reading a bit too into it, but I don't know. I just noticed that Everknight's dress has the inverted Trailblaze ticket in here. This miracle wasn't created by just one person. Yeah, Finan would have long been consumed by the core flames. Cyrene would have never begun her journey. Heroes never yielded and never fell. It was fate that fell instead. Let us complete the final Era Nova. Or let us end this never-ending cycle. Cutscene? What's your plan, girl? Your little friend? The original Felice. See, I was fucking right. They were talking to the original Cyrene. Still couldn't recover the memories of these 30 million lives at the end. You haven't. I will make the same choice as you because that's just who I am. Okay, that hits. That fucking hits. God damn it. Oh, yo. Oh, yo. Okay, in Honkai Impact. There is, I think it was Sue, the one who is basically Anaxa is a variant of this Sue character. You would consider him. In one of the Elysian Realm dialogues, Sue explains that he has witnessed multiple other worlds, because that's the power that he had. He had the ability to witness the stories of multiple other worlds. He was supposed to use that to find one world where Honkai wasn't a thing, and use it to, like, I don't know, help humanity survive. His plan failed essentially because there was no other world in which they couldn't, you know, go to or whatever. But whatever. In his process of doing all of this, he witnessed several other versions of Elysia. And he remarked how the one thing that they all had in common is that they all, always, without a doubt, made the same choices. They all loved humanity very much, and they all made the same choices at the end of their stories to help humanity in the end. And this is still true to Cyrene and every other version of Cyrene that existed within these Eternal Recurrence. That has not changed at all, because that is the core of the Elysia quote-unquote character. There may be many different variations, however, and many different interpretations with completely different stories, but that core of her loving humanity and making every time the same choices, that will always be there. God damn it, that I love that shit. Because I will make the same choice as you because that's just who I am. Yeah, it really is just as simple as that. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, but even if everything fades away with the wind, there's one feeling that will remain. Love will always exist. Figured. Fucking knew she was gonna say that. So what now? Amphorius has achieved her victory and the Era Nova approaches. The Radiant Soul has arrived, having walked through the bustling nights bearing the golden fire and blood, stepping with pride into daylight. She's doing the same thing that every previous version of Cyrene did, huh? come here to record. Oh, okay, that was cool. They fuse burning golden ichor into their bodies. Will Destiny remember their names in days to come? Way too many names to remember. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps now. Aww. Everyone's gonna come back here? Let's reach the end of the west wind where the flowers bloom in spring. Imagine this isn't exactly literal and it's more, you know, figurative in the sense of she's recalling everyone's memories. Will make their own laws. She will suffice as the cornerstone of the world and become the foundation of the greatest empire. This will be a feast that never comes to a close. Aww. May the fish never leave the ocean and may the days ahead shine like pearls. Aww. Reason or defects, they will be sown by my own hands. Future screws not putting me on a pedestal, just make use of what I leave behind. Always so pragmatic, you, Anaxa. Though defiance may be bitter, romance shall never perish. Aww. Let every embrace we share be without regret. Aww. Why you guys so serious? Wish for them to always be water and desert and gold and fertile soil, and for everything in this mortal realm to be attainable through trickery. Very in character, I suppose. I think I heard like some meows. They have to go through because they are the ones who carry the core flames of earth and time here. My kitty cat. Hi Julian, welcome. I hope you're having a wonderful day. What's Cypher, yeah. Gotta hear at a very climactic moment. Let time watch over the past and guide us to the future. Bye, kitty. We'll miss you. True. And at the end of the day, the trailblaze. Oh, fine on. You already know the answer in your heart. Just keep moving forward in your own way. Bring a true dawn to Amphorius. We sure as fucking hell will. Now that looks more like the Amphorius we know. Carefully, we'll never forget this. Oh, this is hype. Stand with me and become heroes. Oh shit. Oh my god, the main theme of the fucking game. That's Irene. Those look like eidolons of the new Cyrene. This is a replica. This is a copy of the first fucking trailer of Amphorius, isn't it? Narrated by Trailblazer instead. I think it's... I don't know. I don't remember the script of the first trailer, but the visuals are the exact same. Yeah. The motherfuckers released this as the first ever trailer, basically. Hoyo, you sons of bitches. They knew all along. But I imagine we're gonna get new scenes for the ones that were revealed after the fact. Like Hycelin, Siridra, and I imagine March and Dan Hung. There's Hycelins, the Veil of Evernight visiting before the break of dawn. This is different. That is different. Dan Hung. Now this is completely different. Oh, okay. That's fucking hype. Children of humanity, known as the Chrysos hairs, have restored the god's scar flames and once more upheld the world. There's Hycelins. There's March. There's Dan Hung. There's Siridra as well. With the Trailblazer at the fucking center. Give me Siridra. Not Siridra, what the fuck? Give me Cyrene. I know she's coming. I know she is. Come on now. Show it to me. Show it to me. Just like the previous trailer ended. She's got the eyes like the like finals. Holy shit. Oh my god, that was sick. And the ribbon, yeah. Yeah, that is just the new version of the... Companions reunited in a foreign land, retracting the path to seek pearls. Reunion gained through your travels. Head to the book and write it down. Here's the problem, though. I didn't even... Hey, this is Irene. Miss me yet? I'll get you eventually. Don't worry about it. What story should I tell you today? My treasured memories of the flame chase journey. Go view? What's this? If a successful flame chase. This page of the story comes from the 4 millionth. General cheers and chatter ebbed in the... Like, what the heck is all this? Cyrene sent this. That's exactly like the Elysia cutscene. Maybe. I don't remember. I'd have to look at the previous Elysia cutscenes and Honkai Impact to remember, but I think the first one already kind of mirrors a lot of it too, yeah. I'm quickly reading this, so I'm sorry that I'm not reading it in out loud. Bone eating mega shark. What the heck? Flame's journey comes with perfect close. You got the bow to work. Let's go! Just in time too. I will be ending stream in a bit, anyways. This ended up being way shorter than I thought it would be. So side by side comparison, and yeah. Oh, I have to go look at that then. This specifically feels like oh, what the fuck? This is the local time. This down here, that's the local time. Weirdly enough. I want to read these, but I think I'll be reading this off stream. But they all seem like Day Thunder Night. They seemed related. I think I feel like I have to continue this shit. And For Saga of Heroes, I haven't even finished reading these things, which are from the patch before this one. So when I got some time, I'll read through those and then I'll put that in there. This I do want to check though, because we got new stuff in here. We got new stuff in here with Iron Tomb. Iron Tomb and the cosmos not a single entity. We copy this. When your strife collection reaches end, Iron Tomb will descend upon the universe in the form of a headless giant and perform a self-coronation, tracing the path energy of erudition, connecting to nodes, and transforming into their calculations into destruction. That is what we found out. To ensure secrecy, Stellaron contamination must be deployed around the scepter to block any potential interference from the external universe. Is it Stellaron contamination? So wait, are you telling me that there is still a Stellaron somewhere within Emphorius? Is that what it is? Titan's Chrysos hairs. Electrical signals created from the basis of 12 factors, mirroring the Aeons and the Past Striders. Authority distribution between electrical signals must be clearly defined. Record update. Destructive actions carried out by a specific electrical signal via the power of the path of destruction will result in a logical loophole in the corresponding path. This phenomenon is consistent with the iterated process. When a logical loophole occurs, a data signal that meets the experimental conditions can serve as a substitute. This process is independent of the inheritance of the Titan's Chrysos hairs. Wait, what? I don't understand what this means. I don't understand what that means. We have new stuff with Nako's here. All of this seems to be the same. Due to an impact on the scepter's core layer, the black tide phenomenon in the simulated world is really... In the next recursive cycle, in response to external stimuli, it used the power of destruction to destroy coordinate Grove of Epiphany and caused the Great Tomb of the Nameless Titan to manifest. Oh yeah, that's what Finite did. We have stuff with Helios here. Tends to identify with survival environments and actively responds to collective crisis, similar to preservation. Tends to towards severe damage. What? What is new about that one? Electrical signal automatically splits during its initial phase, with multiple copies exhibiting behavioral patterns similar to the harmony that are mutual understanding, support, and coordination for a common purpose. Oh, so this must be Ceridra. No. No, what am I, it says passage. I'm an idiot. Species continuation as its primary objective. Yeah, it stimulates the path of permanence. That makes a lot of sense. Forgotten years. Records that are completely missing from the Scepter's logs. Blank spaces in Emphorius' history, never turning readable. Sporadically. And randomly across recurrences and show signs of increase. Speculated to be related to electrical signal Philia 93 and the invading variables March 7th and Evernight. All lost records have returned, thanks to Lisa's upload action at the Great Tomb of the Nameless Titan. Ah. The abandoned kernel layer manifested due to the influence of the remembrance, referred to as the Great Tomb of the Nameless Titan by Evernight. Demiurge Stellaron. Motherfucker, there is a Stellaron in Amphorius. Is that what you're saying here? All of a sudden, this expedition makes even more sense. March 7th and Never 9 infiltrated the Scepter through this route. Access records have been deleted. Were there more? I think there are more. No, there weren't more. Ripples of Past Reverie is completely empty. I think it's because this part is still says there's new things. Past Rider Destruction, they resonated with the 12 factors and the something and the assumed vacant time track and successfully guided Nakos beyond the intelligence singularity. In the next one, assumed the vacant world-bearing track. At one point, this entity was imprisoned by Evernight, but successfully neutralized the threat at the end of the recursive cycle, preventing the catastrophic purge of experimental data. I'll be waiting for you in the past. Nameless from the Astro Specs for Past Rider Remembrance, a external variable that accidentally entered the recursive loop. Her path chart is anomalous, able to bypass the Scepter's self-check system and even affect the memories of the administrator. Might be because of the Enigmata, huh? Took over the time path, secretly manipulating the Titan and guiding Lisa's group to advance Aranova. Interfere with Aranova's progress, kill Scepter data, terminate the experiment. She voluntarily enters slumber, enabling March 7th to complete Time's trial, reclaiming the future. Oblivion does not mean betrayal, it is the final protection. The failsafe, if you will. He took over the nearly sealed path of Earth. As a fellow past rider of Permanence, they resonated with Scopio 365, embracing approximately 2.16 million data life forms within the core flame, completing the trial of Earth. Crazy. Ceridra fused with the Ultimate Protocol and submitted an internal command, marking ID Lycos as malicious visitor and freezing approximately 60% of special... Oh, she did that? Lycos is a Lygus or Xandar, if I recall correctly. That's like his username, basically. Ceridra rewrote the Ultimate Protocol at the cost of ceasing to respond itself. If the Aranova progress becomes abnormal, ignore all variables, terminate extrapolation, and wait for Iron Tomb to form. Temporarily grant access permissions to Herta and Screw. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. So she would have said, okay, so if anything happened, she would have basically left Amphorius. If anything happens to the Trailblazers and everything else, she would have left control to Herta and Screwlim. Interesting. Terravox took no offensive actions. He became untraceable. Terravox was briefly detected. His data was concealed by Evernight, though Kaslana's indiscriminate assault on the Grove. Terravox managed to destroy its stealth via destruction, created a logic anomaly in the Earth track. Core Flame contains signal patterns 2.16 million organic entities. At the end of that recursal loop, Castoris, through her resonance with destruction, perceived the lost Lisa during his slumber and shielded their memories from the erosion of the data stream. I remember that. She did do that, yeah. Nexagras transmuted itself into a high-density data fusion entity, submitting multiple targeted commands via an internal hacking program with some taking effect. Lycos' mobility permissions were removed, and Nexagras can no longer be located. So we don't know where Nexagras is anymore? Detected hiding within Lycos' data entry. Shortly after, Anaxagoras' electrical signals were analyzed and stripped by Lycos and had now been reloaded into the buffer. Okay, never mind. So, Lycos kind of... Okay. Launched multiple attacks against Lycos, but with minimal success. Like calendar 3960, Electra became a demigod. Electra continues to submit internal commands to uninstall ID Lycos' cognitive mode module. These commands violated the administrative security protocols and were denied. Electra's calculation pathway was overloaded and entered dormancy. In the final phase of that recursive loop, Electra remained in the world turbulent with Memoria to guide Dan Hung on his return to Amphorius. Sick. And now we are here at literally just 99%. Record 1. Evernight, a trivial anomaly, coordinate grove epiphany, path chart anomalous. Lycos has been warned. Unknown unit trace, untraceable anomalous data record restored. Evernight scan anomaly detected, path energy showing dangerous fluctuations according to the new cause clause in the Ultimate Protocol. If this unknown engine remains active, the system will determine Aranova's progress as anomalous and initiate the Scepter's full-range purge program. Administrator not responding. So there we are. We're 90% done. Yeah, it definitely feels like next patch is literally the last one. The last one for Friends? Hello? Who sent me a friend request? So many gays. Sure. I don't know. I don't know who that is, but not like that. Also like this one. This is second with Latin America. How many achievements did we get for all that, by the way? A bunch. Oh, 3. Complete the final Era Nova. Meet up with March 7th. And defeat the Memo Sprite, the I-Core Memo Sprite, and talk to Evernight directly. And then also, here, venture to the Great Tomb of the Nameless Titan for the first time. Board the central access platform of the Great Tomb. Venture to the world's steepest point. Fucking love that scene, by the way. And that's gonna be it then. Oh, what's in here? Oh, right, complete the mission. Duh. And well, there's still more to be read in here, but I'm gonna look at that off stream because there's a lot to read. There's a lot to read. Last time I sat down and read some of that. Aw, baby Zarini's in here. Well, last time I read through it all, it took me like 40 minutes, and I didn't even finish everything that was in there. So yeah, it takes a while. It'll take a while. But I am curious though. I'm curious to see the new records. But yeah, that was gonna be it for me then. Luckily, this ended early, even with all of the interruptions. This ended up being a bit on a shorter end of stream, and it's good because I do have to leave in like an hour or so, so it gives me time to like, you know, relax a bit before having to head out. So thank the fucking Lord. Let me see. I would have rated Nor because usually when I'm playing a gacha game I like to rate Nor because Nor is always playing a gacha game more than likely, but I don't think Nor is live today, so I don't believe. And Revity's doing Notcry stuff, and that would be spoilers for me because I haven't really explored all of Notcry. So I think we're just gonna let it here. I think we're just gonna let it be here. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me then. Ooh-wee. Let me bring up the floating BRB as I close the game and all that kind of stuff. Heading off. Take care. Take care, you too, Selma. Everything worked out in the end. The microphone disconnected a couple times, but the static is gone. Or at the very least, it was gone throughout today. Again, it had so much dust. The PC had so much dust in it. I don't think I've ever seen one of my computers be this dirty. I really messed up there. Oh well. But that's fine. That is fine. Ain't that right, Jimmy?
Hey, are you free on Friday?
No, on Friday we're doing the Latin American Games Showcase, Jimmy. I thought you knew this already. I thought you would have friggin' understood by now. But oh well. This is gonna be it for me, guys. I'll be seeing you on Monday for some Silk Song. When I was testing earlier the microphone and everything in OBS to make sure that everything was working after I cleaned it. One of the things I was doing was play Silk Song a bit. I recorded a little bit of it, but I probably won't use it on stream because it wasn't much. I attempted the quest of bringing the freaking meat or whatever the hell that piece of food is to the guy all the way in the Citadel, and honestly, it is easier than I thought it would be. In fact, I almost made it. The only reason why I didn't make it is because I kind of got stuck near the end, because I wasn't sure what the platforming should have been for that final section that I needed to do. And plus, I needed to go have lunch. So I was short on time, but it was enough for me to test that everything was working fine. And it is enough for me to realize that it is not as difficult as I thought it would be. It is quite forgiving, even if, well, not quite forgiving, but it is forgiving in the sense that if you get hit, the punishment is not that crazy. You'd still have to not get hit. Like, ideally, you don't get hit. And the route that I took, I only got hit twice. The only reason why I didn't make it is because I had to leave, and also I stalled too much in that one long section, which I predicted that it would be a bit of an annoyance. That room near the entrance to the Citadel where you have to, you know, bump on the platforms so that you can, you know, actually jump into them. But yeah, the one that is like, they're like, you know, fucking balancing. What do you call those things? The one that scales, the scale platforms. Well, that it was a whole mess. So on Monday we'll probably be doing that, and then Wednesday we'll probably do another Silksong stream. That way I have enough Silksong for the week so that I make good enough progress on that game. Because again, I don't want to be playing Silksong until December. But yeah, this was fun. I'm glad I could do this stream today, even with all the complications. That being said, I'll be seeing you when I see you then. Bye bye.